What do you expect from this address tonight?
Well, it's a report card, right? So the president reports back to the American people, what is the state of our nation a year into my presidency? And he gets to say, the state of our union is strong. We have jobs coming to this country. Wages are going up. Unemployment is at a 17-year low. Hispanic unemployment is at an all-time low. African-American unemployment is at an all-time low since it's been recorded. These are such great things to talk about, and he wants to keep that going. So he gets to talk about what he has accomplished, the record, the achievements, and then what are we going to do going forward. And I think he's going to reach across to Democrats and say, think about how much better we could be together.
How do you think that he plans to do that, Ronna? Because that's no simple task. And the White House is being very specific as to saying that this president is going to make an attempt tonight to reach across the aisle, unify what is still a very divided Congress. How can he do that tonight?
Well, he's done it since he's been president. Listen, he's had Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi at the White House when he was trying to sell tax reform and champion that around the country. He went with Joe Donnelly and Heidi Heitkamp to their states. He has included Democrats in every part of the conversation, even now with these immigration talks. But Democrats have rebuffed every attempt to work with this president. And I think it's time now for them to set aside their partisanship and put the American people first. And the president is going to continually reach out to them because he knows how much better we could do if we're working together.
Ronna, it's hard to believe we're about to flip the month on the calendar to February. Here we are in an election year. How would you describe the current state of your party today?
The state of the Republican Party is strong. First of all, for all the reasons I just mentioned, our leader and the state of the economy and the accomplishments we get to run on. But as RNC chair, we've raised record money. We're in 22 states. We're getting ready for these midterms. We know how important it is to keep these majorities so that we continue down the path of prosperity that President Trump has put us on. It is that vital that we keep these midterms, and we are fighting as hard as we can at the RNC and across the nation to keep those majorities.
You have made it very clear you expect the president to take a bit of a victory lap tonight, specifically citing the tax cuts and tax reform that he has imposed that has caused companies to hand out bonuses, give raises, invest more here at home, including ExxonMobil, the latest very large company to announce the plans to invest $50 billion back in the United States. The CEO saying that is a direct result of this administration's tax cuts, the corporate rate coming down to 21%. What do you say at this point to Democrats, because you're hearing this a lot from Nancy Pelosi, even heading into this address from the president tonight, that this plan, it favors the wealthy, it still adds to the deficit. They are still coming down hard on these tax cuts and this tax reform plan by this president.
Well, it shows how out of touch the Democratic Party is. Listen, Nancy Pelosi is calling these $2,000, $3,000 bonuses crumbs. I'm going to tell you, to an average family in this country, $2,000 bonuses are not crumbs. They are blessings and gifts coming into their family, helping them pay their bills. And so it shows how far the Democratic Party has gone to the elite side. They champion the wealthy. The Republican Party is now championing the working class in the middle of this country. And they're going to have to answer for why no Democrat, not one Democrat, voted for these tax cuts. In fact, they're so upset about it that they're actually rooting against them. And they can't say one kind word about these bonuses, the higher wages, the 401ks that are benefiting, or the bigger paychecks that people are going to see in February. So we're going to go to these battleground states, and we're going to talk about these Democrats like Joe Manchin, Joe Donnelly, Heidi Heitkamp, and on. And why did you vote against tax cuts for the middle class of this country?
Lastly, Ronna, will the RNC be giving back those donations made by Steve Wynn? We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars of donations to the RNC. He's recently resigned as the finance chair of the RNC due to these sexual harassment and sexual misconduct claims. He's denying all of those, but he has stepped down from the RNC. Are you going to give those back? Sean Spicer last night saying absolutely the RNC should give those back.
So the allegations in the Wall Street Journal were deeply troubling. They were so troubling that within 24 hours, Steve was no longer our finance chair. But Steve has denied these allegations. Unlike Harvey Weinstein and Al Franken and others, Steve has denied them. There is an investigation that's going to take place. He should be allowed due process, and if he is found of any wrongdoing, we will absolutely return 100% of that money, but we're going to let due process take place.
So fair to say there's no plans right now to give those donations back?
We're going to let the investigation take place. We took the allegations seriously enough to remove him as finance chair, and now we're moving forward.